You heard me. We back. Another great episode of Life is Greatness. And how y'all doing out here, people? How y'all feeling? I'm feeling good. It's been about 3 months since I put anything out. Like I just been I'm doing what Kanye doing with his album right now, just not putting that shit out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing nothing. I'm Jay Electronic and I'm doing all that shit. Like plus let me stop. Like Jay Electronic jokes getting old, to be honest. Like ain't it? Huh? Yeah, they are. Like they're getting old. Like that nigga just don't exist no more. So basically, we just need to stop talking about the nigga. Like I'm doing what Dre did with Detox, and basically what Kanye doing right now. But it's whatever. Yeah, you already know the drill. Follow me, all the social media and stuff like that. Twitter, Eddie Facts. Snapchat, Eddie K Jr. I need to post more on Snapchat, but I just don't be like. I like. Okay, here's the reason why I don't post on Snapchat. It's just like, it's just like I hate Snapchat sometimes because it's all about like filters and like everybody doing them dumbass faces and shit like that. Maybe it's the people I follow. Maybe you follow more interesting people. Like I'm tired of niggas putting dogs on their faces, and I'm tired of the little fire joints. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of bitches lip syncing. I'm tired of following Mike on Snapchat and all you do is talk about the Wizards and boring stuff and shit like that. So, I'm just, also make sure you go follow DJ Khaled on Snapchat to get your major keys of life. Make sure you got to do that because you don't want to be a part of the they. Mike's part of the they, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah. Also. Yeah. Make sure that. Also, I want to give a shout out before I get started. I know this is a long intro. I want to give a shout out to my man Samar Gaines. He shouted your boy out. Shout out to my mind on sports on that podcast. Good looking, fam. Good looking. I might be on one of them joints. Nah, basketball, like the basketball cult, like of people, like the sportscaster people and the reporters and shit like that. They ain't ready for me. Like I'm too outrageous for my opinions and shit like that. Like basketball Twitter don't fuck with me right now. They don't know who I am and they don't fuck with me, right, Mike? Yeah, they don't fuck with me. So, but shout out to Small Games, good looking, bruh. Anyway, back in with another great guest. Second time coming on here. I got my man Sigourney Jackson in the building. What's up, man?
What's going on, fam? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
Just been chasing it, bro. Chasing, man. Do what I gotta do.
I feel you, man. I feel you. So, if y'all ain't know, well, most of y'all should know. I had Sigourney on the last episode. It was called the Cost of Your Dreams episode. We talked about a little bit of his journey, and talk about his life with basketball and his ups, his downs, and pretty much everything he's been through. I just want to, I had he had hit me one day on Twitter. He had hit me. He had DM me. He was like, "Yo, man, I really want to do a part 2. I really want to follow up. With the last episode that we did. I really enjoyed it. He said, he really fucked with it. So he just want to come back for part 2, and I wanted to give him the opportunity to, talk about what's new, what's going on, with him and stuff like that. But anyway, man. So what's been new with you, man?
Well, first of all, I want to say thanks for bringing me back. Like, it's true that I definitely did enjoy doing this, and I kind of feel like between this be doing some projects with Devin, it's probably going to be like my forms of like updating people on, I guess, what's going on, or like I guess from a lot of my friends who I talk to, they say I have a tendency of like disappearing and then just popping up in random ass places. So basically, where I'm at right now is I'm out in Oklahoma.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm out here in like the middle of fucking nowhere in Central America. So, it's a new spot for me, but I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I got an aunt that live in Canada.
For real.
Yeah, that correlates, right?
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, I guess like it's pretty far from Maryland, so it correlates somehow into the grand scheme of things.
So, So how'd you end up all the way out there? Like, basically, like, expound on like how, like, how you ended up out there, how the, school thing, the process of all that.
Oh man. Well, I guess to start off with, the last time we talked, I wasn't really sure on what exactly I'd be doing, and until I figured it out, I started working, and I was selling cars at Honda in Waldorf. I was a car salesman, and I was making pretty good money. I mean, I was making a couple grand a month, and
It's lit.
eventually I said to myself, like, just this isn't something that I just want to do forever. And being around other people, older people, who work with me, shout out to some of the big homies, Greg, Saeed, Terrence, Connie. They were just kind of telling me, you're smarter than this, you're better than this. This right here is where a lot of people end up when they say they're going to go back to college, but they never get in love with the money, and they just find themselves living check to check. And I said to myself, I'm gonna go back to school, whether I played basketball or not, just because. And I just felt like this right here is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I started filling out a bunch of applications to get accepted to a couple of schools. There was a school that I was talking to in Vermont, a few schools in Florida, some in Alabama, and some in Colorado, and one out in Kansas. And they were kind of all talking to me, about bringing me in this upcoming semester or bringing me in next year. But the main thing was just the money. Was I gonna go to this school for free? How much was I gonna have to pull out for a fast? Blah, blah, blah. So it always kind of began and ended conversation with just the money and can you do it now or later? And honestly, I pretty much told myself I want to know where I'm going to go around November, like the middle of November. I want to already have a destination laid out and start filling out my forms to get everything together. And the school hit me up out here in Oklahoma and was just like, look, we know about you. We heard about you. We've talked a couple times before. And we got a full scholarship for you if you want to take it. And shit, I just said, say no more. I mean, I had already dealt with, schools before. And, I told the coach, honestly, straight up, I just told him, look, if I can't see any paperwork, you're lying to me. Simple as that. You're lying to me. If I can't see paperwork, none of this is real. And you're just talking just like the rest of these coaches do. And he said, fair enough. We hung up the phone, and 2 days later, I had an acceptance letter from the school, apartment and stuff already laid out. I had my meal plan information already filled out and back to me, and I had a full scholarship in my email address for me to print out and sign, sitting in front of me. So, after that, I was just like, I mean, shit, it really don't matter anything else, and then, and I guess it was kind of God working through the whole situation, because when that school popped up, for some reason, every other school that I talked to disappeared. Like, I was talking to other schools, I was supposed to be going on a visit to a school out in Kansas, all that, and just out of nowhere, like, they all just kind of disappeared, like, and I never heard from them again, and that school was just there. And it kind of just worked out. I didn't have to call other coaches and say, hey, I already signed, or any of that kind of stuff. It just seemed like the right fit.
So what do you I want to backtrack a little bit. So I know it was kind of hard, as far as like, I feel like everybody goes to that moment when they're going to school and they either stop or they go for a period, or they to get this, like your situation, you got your associate's degree, of course, people want continuing education. So like,
right.
How did you take us how did you save yourself from not just just going with the good job? Because I know like a car salesman, like you say, you made a couple grand, and a lot of people that I personally know, they get this job, they get a job like that, just like the car dealership job, like they'll get something like that, and they say well, I'll go to school, like I won't have any, won't have as much money. And, if I get out of school, I may won't have a job, or get out of school, I may won't be able to do the things I want to do, but I got this job right now. Like I can keep working and save up some money. I get my apartment, and they just never go back. So how did you save yourself from getting out of those group of people? Like, did you have to remind yourself every day, or did you hate that job as much and then reminded like, I gotta do this? Or it was just like, you just didn't care because you just, you already had your plan, like, already laid out?
I guess it was a little bit of everything. This isn't the end. This isn't the end. This isn't the end. And I was surrounded by other people who kind of reminded me that you are better than this. And a lot of them didn't even know I was playing basketball. They were just kind of like, the way you act, the way you carry yourself, the type of person you are, you're better than this. You can go on and do a lot of great things. And honestly, I just wanted to be out of Maryland, to be perfectly honest. And not necessarily say something's just terrible with Maryland, but I just felt like I have to step deeper into my comfort zone. So I really had no idea where I was going to go. I just had my mind made up that I'm going to go. Wherever it is, I'm going to go, and I'm going to do whatever it is that I want to do, and nothing is going to stop me, and, the job was good. The money was really good, but I don't know. I guess I just have a feeling that I can always make money. I don't necessarily think that I'm a terrible person. I'm not like arrogant, but I feel like I have the work ethic and I have the personality to where I can get into almost any situation and make money if that's all it's about. So when I kind of realized that, I just kind of like, well, if that's the case, I might as well do what it is that I want to do and make money, or at least try. And if it doesn't work out, I can always come back and live average, be a regular person. I was working at McDonald's and working at Walmart and Einstein Bagels, and I never thought to myself I could sell cars. And I was filling out an application for Bed Bath & Beyond, and a guy walked by and he was like, yeah, I do this part-time. I sell cars for BMW. And he was like my age. And I was like, damn, selling cars. And he said, honestly, I walked in one day with a shirt and tie and I said, are you guys hiring? And they hired me. And he's like, you should try the same thing. It's like, shit, why not? And I did the same thing. I walked into one store. I was going to go to Chevy. I was going to go to like Subaru. I was going to go to Nissan, Honda, all that. And I walked into Honda. I said, are you guys hiring? They told me fill out application, and they said, come back tomorrow for an interview. And after that, I was just kind of like, shit, I think I'm pretty good at almost anything. I think that I think I can do this shit. And so from there, I started selling cars, and here I was doing something I never thought I could do. So that kind of just added to the confidence that I might as well do what it is that I love.
Yeah.
So that was a long-winded answer, but
no, I understand. But I reason why I wanted to burn it, because it's really hard, because it's like, you tons of people get within that same situation and be like, yo, I got the money now, fuck whatever I was about to do, and
yeah,
that's just bad. Another question: what did you do? What do you think? I know you had said that going into when the coach had called you and hit you up and let you know that he want to come to school. When you had told me, it was like, if you don't let me know something, like if you don't send me some type of paperwork, you're not telling the truth. what did you do differently? Going into it, like besides that, what did you do differently going in this situation when like a coach calling you and promising you things, and like what went through your head? Like what the process? I know, like what else did you say to make sure like you didn't get caught up in the last time, like get caught up in the, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and the coaches lie and bullshit,
Right. Pretty much, I think all of the past experiences just kind of showed me that I have to be my own man. I have to be my own man. Like we talked about the last time, there's in life that come by where it doesn't work out and say to ourselves, we did everything we were supposed to do. You know what I mean? At some point in your whatever situation you're in, it is your fault. So with that being said, I told myself, regardless of what this man tells me or what any coach tells me from here on, I have to make sure that I do my part and I cover all of my tracks and I double and triple and quadruple check to make sure they're doing everything that they say they do, that they're going to. So, even, he gave me the paperwork, I called the the academic advisors and all those people and asked them, is this scholarship real? Like I called all them like for about 2-3 weeks straight after I signed the scholarship. And I was like, is my name is this real? And, and they kind of thought it was funny, but like, yeah, you're on the list. Like I made sure that my classes were signed up for, all my credits were really going to be there. Make sure they took all my credits from CSM, everything. So it was just, I guess the main thing that I did differently more than anything is I didn't put my fate into somebody else's hands. You know what I mean? Like, definitely grateful for the opportunity, but, I just wasn't going to let myself be relaxed and kick my feet up and say, okay, everything is good. You know what I mean? Sure, everything was good. And if it wasn't good, I made sure that I left all other options open to, make a hasty escape if need be.
Word, you was like, you had to make sure everything was right. You had to get on campus. Is this school real?
Hell yeah.
You was in the cafeteria. Is this food real?
I really did.
You had to go to you had to go to the coach. Are you a real person? Is this a real collector?
Yo, look, I didn't believe any of it until I played my first game. I'm telling you, no lie. Like I didn't think none of it was real until I came out on the court and they announced my name and I got my first bucket. And I was like, and I was just like, all right, I guess this shit is real. I guess I might as well play now. I might as well play pretty good. I mean, I'm out here, so.
Yeah, I cannot even, because at first I'd be like, oh, you're doing too much. But then like, hearing everything that you've been through, like I can't even knock you for even having that type of mentality, because that would be but it'd be funny, like you go down on the court and it's just like somebody pull like the camera, like it pull the cameras out, like, oh no, this ain't real school, nigga, you fucked up. But
yeah, I'm like sitting here thinking I'm getting punked.
Yeah. Like, oh, you guys got that shit. You signed the death row and shit. You signed the
shit.
Money. That Wayne now be coming out. Like, anyway. As far as moving forward, let me ask this. Okay, how first of all, how the season going? Like, as far as the team and everything. How's the season going?
The season, man, the season has been up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the season's been up and down. We have a lot of talent. We're just in the process of learning how to win.
Mm-hmm.
Learning how to close out games, learning how to do the little things, and just how to play with more of an attitude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where we're from, Maryland, DMV area, East Coast in general, we naturally kind of just have a attitude, a competitiveness to us, you know, on the field in football or basketball or even baseball. Just, you know, we want to kick your ass. And, you know, it's just about us, you know, instilling that, you know, throughout the entire team. You know, 3 or 4 people can't have it. Everybody does. So it's a process, but, you know, we're on the right track. We actually just got our first win of 2016 earlier. Like last week, we beat the top team in the conference. So that was a really big win. And there's actually a game tomorrow at 3:00. So, I mean, we're looking to try to build some momentum and so we can get enough wins to make it into playoffs.
So basically, it's just you guys just learn each other, like learning how to basically play together and learning, you know, aspects of like, you know, winning and stuff.
Exactly. And then, you know, it's a tough situation for me because I came, you know, in the second half of the season, the spring semester. So these guys already have their chemistry and they already know the plays. And I'm trying to, you know, learn the plays, gain that chemistry without also being too overbearing and trying to come out there and just jack shit. You know what I mean? Like trying to, you know, just be aggressive, but still play within the confines of you know, what the overall team likes to do.
Yeah. I just want to say, man, like I'm happy, like you found school, like you in a good space, you're in a good situation. Because I was actually talking to my cousin. You know, he was like, "Yo, I just heard, you know, the episode with your man Sigourney, and like, damn." He was like, you know, he's like, that didn't sound messed up. Like, you know, he was like, I thought my life was bad. Like, I was like, damn. Like, he was like, yo, he done been through it all, man. He was like, yo, it was one of those moments that were like, like some other people are going through like a real, like some real tough shit, and it's like you really find room to like really not complain about your life and petty stuff, because you know, and I felt that same way, you know, and I kind of feel like it's wrong. I didn't know basketball players and people like these kids are getting ruined, you know, psyche is getting ruined. Like it's not even just about not being able to play a sport. I think, you know, self-esteem and like dreams have just been crushed. Like you realize that you go into the top of the mountain and it's like realizing like this is all you have to do is basically like a, you know, it's no escape big business. There's no escaping, you know, being exploited, being used, being abused, being just thrown away to the wolves, you know, for a sport that's, you know, just, you know, you know, and you love, and you grow up realizing like you grow up playing this sport, and it's like, now it's just like all this technical shit, and I think it's borderline like fucking criminal, you know.
I mean, you as you get older, and a coach told me this one time about 2 years ago when he asked me where did I want to, you know, what level of basketball did I want to play at as far as college, and I told him I want to go D1. I know I'm D1, and he said you'll probably end up going D2. And, you know, I was upset, you know, just to hear him say that because, you know, everybody is always, you know, trying to tell me what I can and can't do. And he told me straight up, he said, look, I'm very deep in this game and I've seen a lot of things and I've been a part of a lot of things. And one thing, which is the hardest pill for everybody to swallow, is that 95% of basketball has nothing to do with basketball.
And I learned that. I learned that, like, listen to you and listen to other people and listen to other people's stories. I learned that.
Yeah, you know, so it really has nothing to do, you know, with basketball. A lot of times it could just be about, you know, who you know and right place, right time, or, you know, whatever the case may be. I mean, truth be told, the reason I came out here was because another player on this team broke his wrist.
Wow.
He broke his wrist, and so he was out for the season. And so that opened up a spot for me. You know, he's still here, you know, but that opened up a spot for me. So it wasn't necessarily like, you know, I walked in and did some workout and I was amazing, and then they were just like, oh shit, like, come out here. Like, it was like he already knew about me, already heard about my credentials, and a player went down. Like some shit you can't even control. Like I couldn't control that. And because of that, though, I got a scholarship. You know, so really, like, I'm a living testament that, A lot of times it has nothing to do with basketball. It's just right place, right time, and certain situations working out for the good for you and possibly working out bad for somebody else.
So you may benefit off somebody's like big loss or some tragedy that happens, and somebody just comes up and just opportunity just pops up. So it's
right.
Like, man, it's crazy. So what are some I know you got over the hump of find a good school, find a scholarship, basically find a home. What are some new things? What are some new things that you're starting to learn and starting to gain, like as far as like being in school and being on scholarship and things like that? Like what are some new struggles that you're trying to face, trying to get over and things like that?
Well, to carry yourself a certain. That's one of the major things that I've had some issues with, not necessarily like off the court, but on the court. I'm a very aggressive player, and I play, with an edge, and yeah, man. And I play with a lot of an edge, and sometimes I can get overboard, and I have to be reminded constantly by the coaches that I go. This is a Baptist school. It's a private institution, So some things that I do, may be cool or acceptable over at Bowie State or Morgan State or wherever, but it's not acceptable, at this school. So I have to carry myself a certain way, on and off the court to a higher standard than what I normally do, and so that's a major thing. And really just the preparation for games, practices, workouts, everything. Like before I came out here, I never ever in my life took an ice bath. And like here in the training room, like you take an ice bath, you come before practice, like and not 10 minutes before practice, an hour before practice. You stretch, you go through an hour and a half, 2 hour practice. You come back and you watch film for an hour on the team we're playing tomorrow, and then come back to the training room and you do rehabilitation for another hour. And then you go home. So, preparation and just those are the main things. Preparing for the game and just holding yourself to, when I played a lot of basketball, and I'm an older guy, so the game doesn't necessarily change. You still pass the ball to the open man. You still give the ball to the man if he's hot. You run the court. You box out. You grab rebounds. The shit is always going to be the same.
Yeah.
It's just about preparing yourself to be able to do that night in and night out against high level competition. Like yesterday, our team played against this one team, and they had like 4 guys team who were like 7'2" and taller.
God damn.
Yeah, so it's like, shit, we know we got to grab a rebound, but how do we grab a rebound against a guy like that?
Yeah,
it can't be
over nigga.
So it can't. Yeah, so it can't be a spur of the moment. Okay, now I got to figure this out. We had to already have been preparing for this 2-3 weeks in advance. So it's just the little things. It's really meticulous.
And you stopping the hoes and getting on you.
Nah, bro. It's a different world out here, bro. Like we are the minority.
Oh,
we are the minority, bro. I'm telling you. Not necessarily like it's just a bad thing for me. Like I don't really care regardless. But to give you an idea of how many of us there are, there's only like 3 black people on the basketball team.
Damn.
And like one of them is mixed.
You
know what I'm saying? So it's like really it's like 2.5.
Yeah, it's like 2.5.
Yeah.
You got one Drake. You got like
right.
You may have
got like a Tony Yayo. You got like a Tony Yayo and a Joel Santana and one Drake.
Yeah, you got one Drake and the rest Bieber.
Go ahead, son.
you got the Res Beaver. You know what I'm saying? You know,
For real though.
Yeah, and the the Caucasian women out there. Shout out to all the Caucasian women out there. You know.
Yeah, they ain't messing with us out here, and we mind our business over here too. We don't want no problems.
We don't want no problems. You know, we like our chicken season. Anyway, moving on.
Go ahead, man.
Anyway, moving on. What do you see? Where do you see yourself for the future? Of course, like you're gonna graduate college, and you know, uh, things that you make things happen for yourself in the future. Like, what do you want? Like, what do you see, and what do you want for the with the future? Like after graduation and things like that.
Man, I mean, to go and play pro.
That's
the goal, man.
That should be a no-brainer question.
Yeah, that's the goal, bro. Like to just play pro and travel and use that as a platform to branch out into other things. Maybe acting or music or fashion or and just use all those different types of avenues to inspire, like inspire not only Black people, but like everybody, anybody who feels as though they can't do something or, they're not good enough or, they're not smart enough or they're not beautiful enough, I just want to like help inspire people and like push everybody to be as great as they can be. 'Cause it's in all of us, it's just a matter of having confidence to make that jump. So that's really where I see myself. I want to graduate, get my bachelor's, and from there, just do things my way.
Yeah.
Do it my way, whatever it is, and just fucking make it happen. Like that's it, bro.
Yeah. So if, I know a lot of people don't like to think this way and a lot of people don't like to. So say if, it was a possibility that you didn't, make it to the next level in, basketball. I know you say, using the basketball different avenues for like, as far as fashion and acting and things like that. Let me say it like this. Like, would you be fully like okay, or would you just, would you be in that more accepting mode, or would you just be like, nah, I just gotta do something else, or I just gotta, revamp myself, or we try to, or would you just be just cool with knowing that hey, it didn't work out?
I've had this conversation with myself a lot, and I really don't know. I really don't know how I would feel if it just didn't work out as far as basketball is concerned. But what I do know is that whether it worked out or it didn't work out, as corny as it sounds, I'll find a way to make it to the next day.
Yeah.
I never, really had the idea of I'm going to play basketball until I'm 45, and then, you know what I mean? And like $200 million and then just roll out, and go and live out on the beach. Like that was never the idea. Honestly, I always told myself I probably would stop playing basketball probably by the time I'm like 32, because I would want to go and do other things or maybe be there for, my wife or kids or whatever and watch them grow up. So, it's not the end all be all, but it definitely is a major part to the master plan.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause I had to, I was having a conversation with my cousin the other day too about that. And he was like, he was kind of harsh with it. He was like, yo, how does it feel like knowing the fact that like you're never going to play football again and you're never going to know if you ever made it and you're never going to know if you actually could get to the next level? And I was like, first off, why you had to come at me like that? Number one. Number two, like that still bothers. I ain't gonna front. Like I ain't gonna lie, that still bothers me. The back of my head, I'm just like, if I would have done things differently, if I would have, maybe went to a different school, maybe was in a different situation. I have to live with the fact knowing that, I didn't make it. And sometimes, maybe it's, I think to myself like, hey, it wasn't all me. Like I was naive about a lot of things. I probably wasn't waiting for the politics, and it was like, I think it was a rough time. But I just probably, as me being younger, I didn't realize that I didn't think I was good at nothing else. And then I found this, and I found other things that I'm good at, and I found other situations like other activities that I can prosper in. So that always like, that helps me. But I still think about it sometimes. I ain't gonna
lie. I mean, I guess maybe what makes it easier for me to accept if it doesn't work is because I've seen this all the way through.
Mm.
I saw it all the way out, and maybe that's why you kind of still stress over is because you didn't see the dream all the way through, whether it worked out or didn't. You know what I mean? So I guess there's always that thought of what if, but for me, it's like, this is the last level for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
mm-hmm.
like I've gone from, rec league to middle school to high school to prep school to JUCO to 4-year college, Division II. So I'm at the ceiling now. So there's no, it's not like stopping after high school and then I say, I wonder could I have made it to the NBA? Because it's like, nigga, you got to really ask yourself, could you have made it in college? You know what I mean? Like, there's levels to everything. So it's like, for me to be in college and been able to see and do and show that I can definitely compete and dominate at this level, if it didn't work out for me to go pro, it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just like, I saw the dream all the way through, man. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, it wasn't, I didn't make it because I didn't try. I didn't, stay patient. I didn't try every single thing that I could, so I guess maybe that's why it might be a little bit easier for me to cope with if it all ended after next year.
Yeah. We need to make a movie. We need to get you a movie, man.
That would be dope.
Somebody need to what's the name? It's like, we get like a Tyler Perry joint. Madea plays basketball or something like that, maybe.
As long as I ain't wearing no dress. I'm not fucking with that. I'm not getting in a dress or putting on a wig or none of that type of shit, for no money. It's just not worth it to me.
Yeah. Madea plays basketball, and shit like that, and be a random.
I'm good. Game blouses.
Yeah, like actually blouses. Okay, let me ask you this question. So if you had a son and he wanted to play, basketball, with everything that happened to you, with everything, how would you prepare your child for this type of world? Like, how you prepare them for, certain struggles or certain things that could happen. Hopefully, things don't go bad. But how do you prepare someone for the type of world? And what would you give to him to make sure he doesn't, probably face the same struggles and stuff?
I mean, I would just, first of all, I would make sure, it's something that he really wanted to pursue. I'm not one of those type of parents where I'll be like, oh, you're not playing this sport because I didn't make it. But then I definitely wouldn't be the parent where I'm pushing my son every day when he really didn't want to do it. So I would definitely try to find a median. That's the first thing. But then from there, I would just try to put him in the best situations possible to where he can be seen. I will ensure that he's a good player and he's developed and, he has all the skills, but more than anything, I will make sure that he is given exposure, at an early age so he can understand not only what it takes, from an athletic standpoint, but also what it takes from a personal standpoint in order to play at that level. You know what I mean? You got to shake a lot of hands. You got to meet a lot of different people. And that also just kind of prepares you for the world. You know what I mean? To meet big name people and shake their hands and carry yourself in a certain way to maybe call them up 2 years later and say, hey, I need an opportunity or I need a favor. So there'll be that. I would definitely make sure that that his grades are good. That right there is really the major bullet that I put in my own foot for the past 5-6 years. I mean, if my grades were good coming out of high school, a lot of this journey would have been totally different. I mean, I might be in the league right now, possibly.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that's the main thing. Make sure that, you know, he's developed. Make sure he always keeps confidence in himself, you know, no matter what a coach tells him, no matter what other players tell him, no matter what people in the stands tell them, you know, make sure you always have confidence in yourself. Like, make sure you always have confidence in the things that you worked on. You know, don't be afraid to shoot the ball. Don't be afraid to dribble. Don't be afraid to, you know, go and dunk on somebody, you know. Just always have, you know, confidence in yourself. Always make sure that your grades are top notch. And from there, you know, I would do and those are things that he has to be able to do for himself.
Yeah.
You know, he's got to want to go to class and make good grades. But as far as on my end, on the things I can control, I would just make sure that I put him in situations where he'll be able to get exposure and be able to develop. So, you know, if I knew he was serious about basketball and I had the money, I wouldn't put him in a public school. I probably would put him in a private school somewhere where they're going to be tough on him and make sure he's good academic-wise and make sure that he's playing top-level competition where it's natural to play against a team where there's a guy going to Duke next year. You know, he'll have those eyes on him and he'll be used to playing in front of college coaches like that, and everything else will take care of itself.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you trash, then you just gonna be trash. I can't help that.
I'm about to be my next question. Yo, if he sucks, do you tell him, hey, you can keep it going. You can keep it going. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you got booty out here.
I mean, if he's trash, I'm gonna let him know.
Yeah.
Maybe not literally say, I'm gonna be like, yo, if this is something you really want to do, keep working. But nigga, keep working. Because it ain't looking good out there. Like it ain't looking good. Like you can't I'm sorry. Like I'm not gonna be the dad where you come in and you're a senior in high school and you say, Dad, how I play, and you played 30 minutes and you came out with 4 points and 2 rebounds. I'm be like, nigga, you look like trash out there.
Yeah.
Like I hope your grade's good. I hope your grade's good. I hope you're ready to be a scholar.
Yeah. Because now that might get Gilchrist shot, you're not getting nowhere.
Oh no, nigga! Ain't you only 6'1"? Oh no, nigga, you ain't going nowhere with that shit. Let me be the first to tell you before these niggas get out here and break your heart.
Oh yeah, there's one more question. I want your opinion on this. I was having another discussion with a friend of mine. We talked about, you know, this whole thing of, you know, we always preach, like, you know, people like me, people like you preach to people that say, you know, hey, if you believe in yourself and you always, you know, go for it and you work hard and you're diligent and, you know, you're persistent enough, you can make it, you know. And, you know, some people, like, you know, it may be better for others. Like he has said, you know, friend Tyler is funny. He has said, he was like, if Shaq came to his high school and he had said, yo, Shaq tried to talk to kids like, yeah, you know, if you work hard and you just keep trying, you know, you could be like me. And he would have told Shaq, shut the fuck up. Because he was like, what you can't teach 7'3". You can't teach 6'10". You can't teach like stature. Like I'm 5'7", like, and you know, Pickens is slim out here with really, really short guys, or people were like they're not that athletic or like naturally born. It's easy for people to say that. Some people have to consistently work on stuff. They can't be the Michael Jordan. They can't be the Kevin Durant. They can't be LeBron. Like, they're not blessed with those natural talents. And he believed that all superstars have that natural born talent. And when they try to, of course they try to motivate others, but it's like, if you don't have that gift, then it may not work out for you, because it's people that are just been consistent, and hey, they're like 5'5", or they're just like they have height, but they have like no skills whatsoever, and they're trying hard and they just suck. So like, what do you say? Is it more of a thing of, because he had said he doesn't believe, like, well, you just can't be everything. You can't be the not just even though you believe, you just not it. And that's just it, and some people feel like you selling people a dream that they're never even going to achieve, and they feel like it's toxic in the situation. How do you feel about that?
And it's funny because I remember me and Ty, we had that conversation, or a conversation similar, and me, Tyler, and Bubby. Honestly, what I say to that is, if you work hard enough, you can't be like somebody else. No matter how hard you work, you can't be like somebody else. But if you work hard enough, then yes, I believe that you can be on the same level as other people. I believe that you can make a change, or that you can do certain things. Your prime example is Steph Curry. Like, he's the perfect example, in my opinion, because Steph Curry, I mean, they list him at 6'3" or so, but really he's like 6'1", maybe 6 foot. And it's like, he's not jumping out the building. He's not blowing by you with Derrick Rose speed, or flushing on you like Russell Westbrook. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
all
but
he's doing.
People say that he's blessed with a shooting talent that nobody else could has ever possessed.
But see, that's just a combination of just hard work and dedication, in my opinion, because you can't. And there's where me and Bubby and Tyler had the disconnect. They said that he was a natural shooter. In my opinion, you can't be a natural shooter. Nobody walks out of the fucking womb and can just pull up from half. Like, nobody can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something you work on. Like, Dell Curry was a shooter, and there are clips and stories told of Steph Curry shooting since he was a child, with Vince Carter, with Dell Curry, with Reggie Miller, with all these type of guys. You know what I mean? So, what natural talent, or was it that it was just a lot of hard work cultivated to create, what he is? A lot of people, they get so caught up in looking at somebody else and saying, oh, I can't be that. I can't be that. But the reason why I think that a lot of superstars tell other kids you can be like that is not to give them false hope, but it's because people told them they weren't going to be something. Nobody recognizes you as you until you become you.
Yeah.
And I know that may not make sense, but it's like, nobody thought somebody could shoot the ball like Steph Curry until Steph Curry starts shooting the fucking ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's 5, 6, 7 years ago, this guy was being drafted and people were saying he didn't have the same upside as Johnny Flynn and Brandon Jennings. And Johnny Flynn, I think, is like overseas now, and Brandon Jennings is like an average point guard for Detroit Pistons now.
I'm gonna add him on Twitter and tell you call him average. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I don't think so. But it's just like, nobody had ever seen somebody dunk the ball like Michael Jordan until he showed up.
Yeah.
Nobody's seen anybody dunk the ball like Vince Carter until Vince Carter showed up. Everybody thinks something is the end-all, be-all until that next person comes in and does it. And the thing is, when they're in the process of becoming what it is that they're destined to be, or what they envision themselves being, nobody thinks that the next big-time thing either. So in reality, we're all in the same shoes as Michael Jordan or Steph Curry. You know, maybe not in high school, but we're all, you know, like what's that Gatorade or Powerade commercial? We're all just a kid from somewhere until we finally show up and blow up, and then all of a sudden now we're the next superstar, and then everybody's saying, yeah, you can't be like Sigourney because Sigourney is the exception. You know, but you don't know what to go through to get to where I'm at. You know, a few years ago, people were saying Russell Westbrook is cancer to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and he shoots too much or he's not that athletic. I remember when he got drafted, they said a best case scenario, he'll be what they say? I think they said best case scenario, he might be Shannon Brown. And now he's like one of the top 5 players in the league. And people claim that he might be the face of Oklahoma City more than KD. You know, so I personally just believe that if you work as hard as you can, you'll never be like somebody else because you're just not there. But if you work hard enough, you can be like you. You can be the best you, and you can find a way to just do shit or get shit done your way. Just like Cam Newton, you know, he's doing things his way, you know. His way. Michael Vick is doing things his way, you know. You know, this is kind of I guess I kind of always will like throw in like a sad thing, but when I got out here December 31st, I had practice January 1st and January 2nd. January 2nd, the second I got out here, one of my teammates had ran into me. Like this freak accident ran into me and fucked my wrist up. And my shooting hand, my right hand. And it swelled up bad, hurt like shit, everything. And I was just so determined to still play. You know, like I was determined. I was just like, you know, fuck it. I'm out here. You know, I've been waiting for this opportunity. And, you know, I'm going to find a way to just make it work. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I believe I can do. And, you know, I played 10 games out here so far. And, you know, and I played probably about 12 minutes a game, you know, kind of getting worked into the offense and understanding things. And in those 12 minutes, I'm averaging like 6 points and like 5 rebounds a game, which is pretty good, you know, with the minutes I'm given. And my trainer made me go and get an X-ray last Friday, a week ago today. And the X-rays came back. I have a broken wrist.
Wow.
And they just put a cast on like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
And I'm done for the season.
What?
I'm done for the season. Like my junior season is over with. You know. But you know, I can't even hold a pencil. I mean, they got my cast up too. But I say that to say, you know, I was doing it for 10 games, shooting it still, dunking, you know, dribbling, passing, all that. And I was doing it with, you know, a broken wrist. You know, so it's like, so how can you look me in the face and tell me that I can't be something if I don't really put my mind to it, you know, or that if I don't try as hard as I can, or I don't work and prepare, be that, you know? So, you know, to answer that question, just, I think it's bullshit. I think that we can all be great at whatever it is that we desire to be, you know, as long as we pray. First and foremost, we pray on it. We see the vision, and then we put in the necessary work to obtain it. For some people, it may be harder than others, but life is not a sprint. It's a marathon. So for those who endure the longest will reap the benefits and the rewards.
Man, you are really a true inspiration, dog. Really, really, yo. So, damn. So, you got any final thoughts? Anything, final things that you want to say?
We just keep pushing, bro. That's it. We just keep pushing. Like, it's one day at a time. There ain't, there's no reason to cry.
Yeah.
No reason to cry about none of this shit. Everything happens for a reason. It's all a part of God's plan. And, shit, I'm going to make it.
Word.
I'm going to make it. Word. Fuck all that other stupid shit. I'll make it, regardless of what anybody tells me. And if I don't make it in this, I'm going to make it in something else. But regardless, I'm going to be on top. It is what it is.
Word. Man, we gotta get the movie. Gotta get the movie. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get the movie and produce it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You're gonna change your name to Frequency Vibrations for the film.
Hell yeah.
That's your name in the film. But man, I really appreciate you doing the show and really talk about everything you was talking about. And people really need to hear stories like yours. And people really need to take in, live things of what you said. And, because a lot of things that you said about keep pushing, keep going forward, like you're showing proof of that. And, I tell a lot of young people that all the time, like, it's, life isn't a marathon. Life isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. For those that keep pushing, one's going to be on top. So, and you showing proof of that. So you really inspired me today, for real, man. I need to hear a lot of things today.
Man, I appreciate it, bro. I mean, I just want to push. Like, I want to push myself, everybody else, and I just want to make sure everybody knows that they really can be great. Like, you really can be great, man. Like, I know it just sounds so corny, and it's and people are just like, oh, he's just saying that, but like, I really, really mean that. Like, a year, and I guess what makes this situation so much easier for me to work with this cast on my hand is because a year ago around this time, I think about it, I was getting up at 6:30 in the morning and I was going to Walmart in 98-degree weather and pushing carts. Like, I was pushing carts at fucking Walmart like a year ago around this time, bro. And here I am going to a liberal arts private school $3,000 a year, and the only thing that I paid for since I've been out here is my fucking groceries. That's it. So it's just like, it's all just a blessing, man. And anybody out there who really just thinks that they can't do some shit, like, trust me, you can. Regardless of if you're a black person in America or you're a white person trying to break into the rap game, like, it can be done. It's just a matter of if you really want to do it and what it is that you're willing to sacrifice to make it happen.
Word. I feel you, man. We're gonna wrap this great episode off figuring this out. I'd like to thank Sigourney, for coming back on the show, doing Secret Coffee Your Dreams. I really appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Anybody out there, give me a follow on Instagram, at Pesky Warrior. That's probably going to end up being my rap name one day, Pesky Warrior. My Twitter is Sigourney Jackson, my first and last name, without the N at the end of Jackson. And my Snapchat is sjackson4. So follow me. I'm hella funny on Snapchat. And just watch the journey, man. Watch the journey of me becoming a nobody to somebody.
Word. Respect. And also, like, my mixtape dropping.
I'm gonna definitely be the first to cop it.
You know what I'm saying? I can't even talk right now. My shit fire is dropping the bars. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you do it when you pop
it. In that ass 3. You know what I'm saying? In that ass 2 was cool. but in that ass 3 gonna be lit. I'm telling y'all.
Face first.
Yeah, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Face all up in the ass 3. You know what I'm saying? Like
what's the first track called?
Take the Panties Off. That's what's gonna be the first track called. And then second track called Spread Them. And then the next track off just all up in it. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna, you know, that's gonna be like that. I'm gonna do a Big Booty Juice 8 sequel like that. It's gonna be like Big Booty Juice 7, 8, 9, 10. It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be, I'm gonna do more in your asses like the Rocky series. So it's going, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like that.
Make sure that you get me on a feature.
Yeah,
and we gonna do the last track gonna be called Live from the Booty.
Yeah, live for the booty. You with it, Mike?
Nah.
You not with it, Mike? All right, yeah.
Live from the booty.
Yeah.
I will eat this motherfucker. It's not even us.
We're gonna wrap this great episode.
We got some toilet tissue. Yeah.
All right. We can't give them all of it. We can't give them all. We gotta save some. But we wrapped up this great episode of Artificial Ignorance Self. Thanks for rocking with me, y'all. Peace.